Press and hold the center power button to power on the bike. Hold down the plus and minus buttons simultaneously to reach the settings menu. Scroll down and press the center button to select the battery lock page, and then press it once again to unlock and eject the battery. Place your hand below the battery to support it. Once the top end of the battery is disengaged, press the handle to release the battery and lift it out of the bike. With the bike inverted, disconnect the display harness and E-shifter cable connections. Use a 4mm hex wrench to loosen and remove the stem preload bolt. Use a 4mm hex wrench to loosen both of the stem clamping bolts and remove the stem and headset spacers. Remove the dust cover and headset cable guides. Lift the fork up and out of the frame. Use a 3mm hex wrench to remove the 2 bolts that mount the battery lock assembly to the frame. Use a 3mm hex wrench to remove the 2 bolts that mount the terminal assembly to the frame. Use a 2.5mm hex wrench to remove the 2 lower bolts that attach the cable cover plate within the battery compartment. Use a 3mm hex wrench to remove the upper cable cover bolt. Remove the cover plate. Use a 2.5mm hex wrench to loosen and remove all 4 of the lower motor cover bolts and remove the lower cover. Use a Torx T8 to remove the 2 bolts of the side motor cover. Remove the side cover. Use a Torx T40 to loosen and remove the 6 motor mounting bolts. Relieve tension on the derailleur and lift the chain off of the chainring on the crankset. Lift the mid-drive unit out of the frame and disconnect each of the plugs as shown. Remove the mid-drive unit. Remove the main display harness from the bike. Swap the harness. Guide the new harness into the frame and out of the head tube as shown. Feed the cables into the dust cover and the cable guides as shown. Guide the fork into the head tube of the bike. Be sure to retain the upper headset assembly while the fork is installed. Guide the compression ring, dust cover, and cable guides back into the head tube. While keeping the cables oriented forward, press the dust cover flush against the head tube of the bike, followed by the cable guides. Guide the headset spacers and stem back onto the steerer tube. Use a 4mm hex wrench to thread on the stem compression bolt. Torque to 6 to 8 Nm until the stem is fully seated. Ensure the headset is properly preloaded while ensuring there is still good movement in the steering. Reconnect the display cable by aligning the arrows and firmly pressing the connection together. Feed the excess cables into the headset dust cover and then reconnect the E-shifter to the harness by aligning the arrows and firmly pressing the plug into the port. Organize the cables and carefully reposition the mid-drive unit in place. Reconnect each of the plugs from the related harnesses as shown. Ensure the arrows align with the color indicated lines facing outward and firmly press the plugs in place. Replace the side cable cover and replace the two mounting bolts using a Torx T8. Replace each of the 6 motor mounting bolts and thread them all in with the Torx T40 before final tightening. Torque each bolt to 20 to 25 Newton meters. Replace the lower motor cover and reinstall each of the 4 mounting bolts using a 2.5mm hex wrench. Replace the chain onto the crankset. Carefully turn the crankset to ensure the chain is properly seated onto the teeth of the chainring. Organize the cables, align the cable cover plate to the mounting holes in the battery compartment, and reinstall the 2 lower mounting bolts with a 2.5mm hex wrench and the single upper bolt with a 3mm hex wrench. Position the battery lock assembly in place and reinstall the 2 mounting bolts using a 3mm hex wrench. Guide the terminal back into the frame and reinstall the mounting bolts using a 3mm hex wrench. With the bike upright, align the handlebars with the front wheel. Use a 4mm hex wrench to tighten the stem clamping bolts and alternate between the two while torquing them to a final 6 Nm. Replace the battery in the frame by inserting the bottom first and then tilting the top end into place. Press firmly and a click should be heard once the battery is locked into place. Press and hold the power button to power on the bike. With the PAS off, tilt the bike onto the kickstand so that the rear wheel comes off of the ground. Turn the cranks and test the shift function by shifting through each gear. Make adjustments as needed.